Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Adventurer Manager. And we are back in the Druid Grove. We are seeing a lot more success in this run round than we did the first time. And it's a pretty linear path, honestly. So let's follow it. Oh, another evil druid. Now, we haven't had to tangle with one of these guys yet since we respect and raised the gear score of our party. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. I'm also curious to see how much Dwarf Comic actually has in terms of spell power. So we know that the Holy Strike does about 100 to 150 damage. Let's see what the Devout Strike does. So as you can see, not nearly as good, although he did resist it. Let's taunt everyone. Alright, let's heal him, sure. And I'll show you what the Meteor Swarm looks like. Not bad, but again, I like to focus on one enemy at a time. So Devout Strike was worthless. Let's see what Blessed Strike does. Again, okay, but still not as good as Holy Strike. Let's reflect. I wish Burnsaber's move came after these two, because I heal Pie Mouse and he just gets wounded again. Or the spell fizzles. But he's hanging in there. And now he can defend. Alright, so now I think the plan... Well, I was going to say the plan is to focus on the Druid, but I guess... Pie Mouse can only attack the Elemental. And he seems kind of weak, so we might as well focus on him. So his regular attack does about 95 by comparison. So actually his special attack that uses willpower does do a bit more damage, but again, his special attack that uses weapon skill does even better. So really, I can go back and respec him and take away Devout and Blessed Strike, because they're competing with Holy Strike, which is much better anyway and just kind of worthless. So once you understand the game a little bit better, like I do now, versus previous episodes, you can make decisions like that. You can already see how much more damage it does. So these same parties that were giving us so much trouble now seem to be falling relatively easily. Dwarf Comic. Well, no one's really attacking you. They're focusing on Pie Mouse. So I could give him more wisdom, but again, like I said, I'm focusing more on weapon skill. So let's go to his skills and we can respec Dwarf Comic. Or we can't actually because he's out in battle. So, but really, Holy Strike is the one we want. So let's get it up to 4. And what I'll do is I'll get rid of these two, give it to Holy Strike. The benefit of Devout Strike is it has a chance of stunning the enemy, which is a special ability that's worth investing in some wisdom to do, I suppose. And again, this says as holy, so there might be some creatures out there that resist holy damage, in which case this speccing him out just for this would make him less useful. But then he could use something else like a defense skill, or this, which decreases the enemy's block chance, which for like those living armors is actually quite a good idea. Okay, Burnsaber, Wisdom. Dexterity Focus, Focus Constitution. Much better shield. Holy moly. Less Wisdom though. He loses 6 Wisdom, but he gains a ton of Constitution. Which again isn't too important because he doesn't get hit often. But I don't know. See, the problem is this is a great shield. It's a much better gear score. It's 10 higher gear score, but what it gives him isn't necessarily that useful for him. Focus is for critical hits. He's not attacking much, and Constitution will protect him, which is great for anyone. But in this party, Pie-Mouse is taking most of the hits. So I'm losing 5 wisdom, and as a result, spell power. Huh. But at the end of the day, it does have more damage too, better block chance. I'm going to go with it, just because what I gain from it in terms of pure attribute numbers is much higher than what I lose. Okay. So he's straight healer, but it might be good for him to get some holy armor, or actually divine armor, which increases the armor of the entire party for 2 rounds. It does cost 30, however, so it will compete with his healing of Pie-Mouse, so it might go kind of against our plan. So this will reduce the hit chance of enemies. That's kind of useful, but it does take 30. And this strikes target enemy for 100% damage, or 106%, but it heals yourself. There's very few instances where I'm going to need Burn Saber to heal himself. And if I do, I'll just cast heal. So 2 rounds. You know, I might just go with Holy Armor instead of Divine Armor, because Pie-Mouse is the only one whose armor is really that important. So let's give that a try. Okay. Alright, lovely. I remember where I am now. Okay, so south should be something, because there's nowhere it can go. And it is. It's the poison plant, which is a secondary objective. Alright, well, let's try out our new stuff. So let's tempt all these guys. Holy Strike the tree. Holy Armor on Pie-Mouse. Oh, good one. Love it when it fizzles. Fireball the tree. And he has good block, somehow, despite not doing a blocking move. Okay. Okay, let's try Holy Armor again. There we go. So now we just have to keep him alive, and he is good to go. I think I defended last time, right? We'll attack. Alright, and we'll heal him. Actually, let's go with Greater Heal, since he is pretty messed up. Alright, things are really looking up. Put up the wall. He loses the Holy Armor. I don't know if that's as a result of the wall, or if it was just time for him to lose it. I'm gonna wait. Man, he's really doing okay. Let's defend. Oh, crap. I guess he couldn't defend because his... Well, his wall just went down. I guess you can't defend on the same turn that your wall goes down. So they make it so that you're vulnerable at least 1 turn. I don't know if they intended to do that or if it's just a mistake, but that's how it works. Thank you for the fizzle. Alright, we're just going to defend. Can we do that? No, we can't. And we lost our wall. Alright, I'm not a fan of all the fizzling. Alright, Flame Strike does pretty well. Okay, this time around, can we defend? Okay, good. Okay, Pie-Mouse has seen better days, but we've reduced them down to just the poison plant. Now, he defended last turn, so he can't use the wall, I'm pretty sure. He can reflect. Except that it fizzled. But I'm fairly sure he would have been able to do it. Okay, but now, let's just go back to defending. And he really needed that. The poison plant must have a time attack. Okay, we lost our defend and our low blow. So next turn we can defend again. And that's what we're going to do. I need to get Burn Saber some kind of spell power regeneration boost. That's what he really needs. But we're going to be okay. Alright, and Pymouse gained a level. And Elena completed attributes, so she's up 5 in all of her attributes now. Alright. Of course, Constitution, since his job is basically to take hits from everyone. Wow. So we basically don't lose anything here, because his previous shield had Dexterity, Intelligence, and Wisdom, and this one just has Dexterity and Wisdom. But that's fine, because he doesn't need Intelligence or Wisdom. It gives him more Dexterity. It lowers his Magic Find, but it does have better armor and a much higher gear score. A little bit of Magic Resist. I guess that can't hurt. And a little bit of Physical Dodge chance. Let's do it. Very good. Now, if this had Constitution and Strength, I would seriously consider trading it. Higher gear score, higher damage, much higher stat boost to Constitution, plus 10, but Dexterity is pretty much useless for Pymouse, so I'm not going to do it. But what I am going to do... Better Reflect, perhaps, or I can give him a passive increase to Constitution, which would also be quite helpful. I could make his Greater Taunt more effective, which lowers enemy armor, but I'm going to go with a Better Reflect. That has the most, I believe, realizable benefits. And we killed one of the secondary objectives. And he's healed! Hooray! Your party is singing. What do you do? Use them. Okay, so this is going to be a challenge. We have an evil druid here who's going to be healing all the rest of these guys. So first things first, let's taunt everyone. And I think we're going to focus fire on the druid. So let's flame strike him. And holy armor on Pymouse. Aw, yeah. And he is going to reflect. So now he is really defended up. There's not much that can hurt him. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Fireball the druid. Okay, the fizzles, however, I could do without. Okay, so now he has to attack, because his or actually he reflected last time, didn't he? So we can actually defend. Yes. Excellent. And the druid is done for. Some of you who've been following this series are probably like, oh my god, Marcus knows what he's doing now. He's actually planning things out. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? Okay, we can't wall, I remember, so we're gonna have to attack. And fireball. Good one. Now, however, we can defend. I don't even feel like I need to use wall. Defend is just as good and doesn't require any energy expenditure. We can, however, holy armor him. Look at that. Dodge, block, miss. Oh, it's beautiful. Of course, now everyone's out of juice a little bit. Very good. Very good, guys. You're doing a great job. Let's reflect. Oh, good. Love it when things fizzle. Ooh, that Rune Beast can't take a fireball. Alright. Now, if only he had a thing that would heal himself, that would be great. But right now, we're defending. Very good. Very good. He absorbed 110 of it. He blocked 44 of it. That was amazing. And in the meantime, he finds time to finish off the Rune Beast. And what's funny, he's actually better on the attack than Dwarf Comic. But we are going to defend. I don't want to lose all of his hit points. That was a good plan. I wish I had one more chance to heal him, though, before the end of the battle. And done! And Elena has gained a level. Can't wait to see the loot from that, says Dwarf Comic. Well, it's right in front of you, so... shouldn't be too hard to see. Intelligence all the way. What's this? Gear score 20, Sorcerer Staff of Knowledge, Legendary Sorcerer Staff. Here's the problem, though. Here's the real problem. It's twice as good gear score. It gives her 41 intelligence, which would make her even more powerful on the battlefield. But it takes away 23 constitution. Now, don't be fooled here. This says plus 120 max HP, so you think, oh wow, that's really good. But watch what happens. Right now, her HP is 1045. We switch this. 990. Why? Because the loss of constitution was a really big deal. So we're actually going to keep the lower gear score with the higher HP for right now. That's really a shame, though, because if this only had, instead of wisdom, constitution, this staff would have been custom built for Elena, and it would have made her, just imagine, twice as dangerous as she is now. But theoretically, she could live with the lower hit points. She hasn't been hit once this entire episode. Now I'm really thinking. I mean, it's only a difference of, what, 50 hit points? And it's just destroying her intelligence. I mean, it's just making it amazing. Major Swarm would go up to 66.9999999 spell power. 13%, whereas this would be 150 from 145. Hardly ever use it. And if you want to go beyond 5 in a skill, you can, but it costs 2 skill points, so it's really not useful. Although, in some cases, like if I want to really focus Elena on fireballs, then I guess I could get it up to the point where it's like 200% attack, which would make it really nice. But go up to 5 anyway. Alright. Everybody else is... what's this? No. Everybody else is solid. Okay, cool. Moving on. Time Mouse could use some healing. I don't know if we're going to have time for that right now. Let's go immediately into defend instead of taunting. Spread out the hit point loss a little bit. Meantime, we'll Holy Strike the Rune Beast. Alright, so we're going to try to greater heal Pie Mouse. And it worked. And just as we were talking about how Elena never gets hit. Screw you, Druid. Take this. Okay, this Rune Beast is useless while these two stand, so let's actually focus on the Druid. Get some reflect. Got enough of you, Druid. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to taunt them. And it's not going to work. Okay, Burn Saber. Oh god. Heal everyone. Let's see. Who needs it the most? High Mouse, since we're going to taunt with him. And the Druid is gone. She has 55. Let's see, yeah, Fireball. Holy moly. Okay. Now we're going to give everyone else a break for a minute. That was a bad plan. I guess leading with Defend was not a good plan. We should always lead with Taunt. Now I've learned. Knowing is half the battle. But you could see what huge ramifications little changes in strategy do. Because everyone now is all really beat up. And Burn Saber hasn't had mana for a while. He really recovers mana slowly. I think he still is worthless. You wouldn't think he would be, but he hasn't done anything that last round. Okay, we finally get some heal. You know, I haven't really seen the increased attack out of Elena, too. I mean, she's still amazing, but I thought she'd be substantially more amazing. But he did absorb 225 of it somehow. I think these rune beasts, this rune must protect them from... We have not discovered their resistances, but I bet you they do have a resistance to something. Some kind of magical attack. Let's wall up, I guess. Nice! That was really cool. And we're going to call it an episode after this battle. I might actually send these guys home instead of tempting fate. While they've been doing this, all my other teams have been auto-adventuring and gaining cool loot and stuff. Ooh, we have some dexterity bonus there. Kolnauer is now fully rested. That's great. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.